are here and we are back on Death of a Spine Salesman. He is not dead. He's alive and well, back where he should be podcasting. And I got some new blood. So let me introduce someone that's going to be on this show a lot. And she is great. She is magnificent. She is beautiful. Her name is Makayla Mathews. Makayla, say hello. You're on.
Hello, and I just wanted to say we might be on Death of a Spine Salesman, but he is revived.
Oh my God, guys, if you hadn't noticed, she's helping not only with my reputation, because my reputation needs to be managed, but no, she is helping with brand strategy. Where did you come from, Makayla?
Luxury sales, which was in fashion. So I was working in the fashion industry, and then I also come from luxury sales and property management.
Am I a luxury good? Am I a Birkin bag?
You are not, but you might be worth more than that, but I guess we'll see.
Well, look, if you evaluate, is it evaluate or evaluation?
If you evaluate, it depends on what sentence you're going to say next.
Okay,
There's a
Depends on what we're talking about.
Look, we segued into this next intro. Amy Fackrell. It's French, or is it not? But she's a lawyer. Are you a lawyer, Amy?
You know, I hate to lead with that, but I am.
Hey,
I am.
Lead with the JD. Do you have an MBA as well, or you have like masters and all sorts of different?
Okay, now you just shamed me because I went to Northwestern Law School, and if I'd stayed one more year, I could have gotten that joint JD MBA. But I was so arrogant at 25 that I thought, well, a JD can do everything that an MBA can do, and an MBA can't do half the things a JD can do. So I'm going to be going back to school and finishing up and getting my MBA soon.
Wow, let me just say, you are an overachiever?
Yeah, really good at school.
From young at age?
Pretty much, I would think so, yeah.
Teacher's pet?
No, actually, no.
Why? Disruptor.
Disruptor. I used to correct my teachers when they were wrong.
They
As
must.
you should. That means you're better than the teachers.
Look, are you
Well,
at
they
the,
were wrong. They didn't understand the books.
Well,
like I do.
what, you didn't follow into their agenda?
No.
Are they brainwashing the kids? Are they following the curriculum that the school board has put forth?
I think that they are, but the problem is the curriculum that the school board is putting forth.
Yes.
And they're not trained in certain way. I believe in Arizona, I'm not even sure if you have to have master's degrees anymore. I think you can. I don't even know if you have to have a bachelor's degree anymore.
Wait a second here.
Oh, that's a whole issue.
In
That's
higher education, well, this is not higher. This is like education where it all starts to get to higher education.
You mean the future of our world?
Yes.
Yes, right.
But you know, the future is bright. Do you feel the future is bright? Are you both happy the way things are going in your worlds? Makayla, you take that one first.
No.
Okay.
No?
Well,
man.
It depends on what we're talking about here, but I would say yes and no.
Okay. Elaborate.
I would say yes, I am proud because a lot of people my age and my generation, we're kind of all just taking the lead, starting from like ground up, and we're pretty driven to see the vision and the future, but that doesn't always get formed into play.
It doesn't get. What is holding them back, Amy? What is holding back the collegiate people? You know,
holding back the collegiate
just people, someone graduating. I'm trying to be smart, but I'm not.
Okay, so are you talking about the people graduating from college today?
Yes.
What's holding them back?
Yes.
Well, there's many things. One of the things I think is that, no offense, I don't know your parents, but I do not think that you guys got prepared for the world.
I personally would say I probably did.
And I want to apologize. You know, my parents.
Why is that your fault?
Well, because I feel like, you know, I'm. It's actually my parents' fault. It's always my parents' fault,
Why are you
right?
blaming your parents? It's not your freaking parents' fault.
didn't do anything wrong.
It's that generation. So your generation, would you be considered what, a Gen Zer?
Yes.
I'm not trying to label, but I'm just saying that just to put it in context.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're a Zer.
So
That's like the last letter of the alphabet.
So the millennials who are going to
it all ends with you guys. The world's coming to an end.
It all ends with us.
The
No. The alpha generation or whatever. My son.
Yeah.
They're gonna light the world on fire.
Since I've been in Scottsdale, right? And you know, I'm a San Jose, Silicon Valley boy. And why do you think I'm here in Scottsdale? Because I feel the entrepreneurial spirit. I feel the grit. I feel people have better values. They look you in the eye. They say please and thank you, just like my mother taught me.
That's because most of the people are transplants from the Midwest.
No doubt. Because where are you from, Amy?
So I grew up in Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha Steaks.
Omaha Steaks.
Did you sell them?
No, I dated the owner. I dated that.
She's like, I'm not going to sell it. I'm just
I don't
going to
need to
date the
sell it.
freaking owner.
Yeah,
Give me
get
the
them for
owner.
free. Would you like some? I can still call him. He still has the hots for me.
Hey, let's
As
hook
they always
that
will.
up. Now, that's a hookup. I love meat because I'm on a protein diet. Look at my physique. I've gained 6 pounds, people. The camera is not lying. I've been in the weight room and I've been lifting.
That's okay as long as you're eating healthy. That's good.
No, I mean, look, I've been cheating on dessert, but we're not going to go into food.
I have a
want
sweet
to
tooth. I can't. You know what?
It is funny about sweets. I never had a sweet tooth before, but since I gave up alcohol and I'm going on a year of sobriety, hey, yay. Like, I never had a problem. People who knew me just knew me as a fun person, and I like to drink with socially. But now since I've given it up, I feel great. My joints feel good. I feel like I can be an athlete, but I'm not.
Alcohol is great if you drink soda. I'm not going to be the teetotaler here.
No.
But it's a killer because it's the inflammation. It's the everything. And inflammation, isn't that the killer, guys, right? Talk to every single one of my doctor
Cortisol
friends.
level goes up.
Yeah.
You get that real little lumpy feeling around your waist. I bloat
Then you
it
have
up.
cardiovascular disease, and then it goes
it's-
on and on and on.
It's
diabetes.
And diabetes. And Ozempic is not going to help you.
No,
What's your thoughts around Ozempic and all these semaglutides?
Well, we happen to own facilities that treat high acuity mental health patients.
There
And
you
those-
go.
And those antipsychotics and those medications, they end up putting weight on people. I don't care what the disclaimers are on those commercials. People are going to gain weight. So we have always, in our medical team has always used things like metformin and stuff because you want people to be compliant with medication. And when they're feeling lethargic and everything, it's not good. But the GLP-1s, they have a great place in this world. They do. They're just being abused and they're being commercialized.
The Kardashians. Every one of those women have a needle prick.
No, those Kardashians have had their bottom ribs taken out, and
No.
oh yeah, and they've had
Did they really? No, I'm
The
not
BBLs.
disagreeing.
Their lower ribs.
Marilyn Manson took out his rib because he wanted to give himself fellatio.
You know what? That would have been fascinating. Are there any videos or podcasts on that
I
Let's
don't
pull
want
it
to
up.
see the son
I
of
don't-
Satan pleasuring himself
with his
Why
rib?
not?
with his
His rib.
He removed it. Guys, I have to say it's very nice sitting across from two attractive women. May I say that as a gentleman?
Yes.
Yes.
But I also see more in you. Can I say that as a gentleman?
Of course.
You two are fierce females in your own right. And so I want to get to a topic that's relatable to Death of a Spine Salesman. Makayla, you've been on the job for how long with Own Media?
I would say September, the very beginning of September.
And you have a strong background in sales.
Yes.
Have you found that selling medical technology is any different than selling luxury items?
No, sales is sales, no
That
matter
is
what
a luxury
industry
item.
that you are
Yes.
in. Yeah, and talk about a luxury item for the right reason.
Well, look, our medical devices go as anywhere between $5,000 a surgery to hundreds of thousands of dollars a surgery. So I don't know. That's like a Birkin bag, and that's high price.
better than a
That's-
Birkin
It
bag.
is.
It's worth way
It
more than a
is.
Birkin bag.
You know
Let's not
why?
mistake materialistic things
Thank you.
for patients.
No, I like materialistic things sometimes.
Hey,
I do. I
if
do
you
like my
look
things.
It goes
good, you
hand in
play
hand.
good. If you look good, you play good. Deion Sanders. I didn't say that. Deion Sanders did. And I'll just say this. Thank you for saying that. It's a very gratifying experience when you are part of something that you basically telling a surgeon, hey, this implant, this device will better help your patients. And they trust in you and they do it and it does it. There's no better feeling. But let me just say this. You don't get a trophy. You get paid, but there's no trophy. There's no nothing. It's just shaking the hands of the surgeon and saying, thank you for trusting me. Then you don't get to follow the patient. Or do you get to follow the patient? I'm going to change that. I'm going to make more device
I think you
reps.
should. You need
Yeah.
you need that. Follow
well,
the
Amy,
patients.
thank you.
follow-up.
Thank you, Amy, because this goes into the question I'm going to ask you.
Yes,
Spine has become kind of important in your life now, right?
it has. So,
Why?
Because in my family, unfortunately, one of the I inherited a bunch of great genes, but one of the ones that I was not so great was we have it's basically our discs are falling apart in my neck and my cervical spine.
We call it degeneration of the disc, DDD.
DDD. I have DDD, DDI. I have all kinds of Ds. But but I remember my grandmother having the surgery, my aunt, my mom, and now it's my turn. And I've put it off. And then I would go to these surgeons and they'd be like, well, we're going to have to do fusion because I have to have 3 discs replaced.
No.
And I'm like, no, I'm not. I've got a kid. I'm athletic. I'm active. I'm not having fusion. I don't care what Eli Manning says that it's better now. I hope it is for him.
Peyton Manning. Eli's his brother, but Peyton. But good.
Was it Peyton who has it? I'm so sorry.
Yes. No.
Sorry.
Because this is a very important thing. Because Tiger Woods just had a lumbar fusion. He had a lumbar fusion. He had 7 spine surgeries, and now he got
like a regular fusion.
Yeah. Well, no, he didn't have a fusion. I stand corrected. He had a lumbar disc replacement with Sentinel Spine. Sentinel Spine, please support Death of a Spine Salesman. Give me your money. No, Sentinel Spine is the only one with a lumbar total disc replacement. It's wild.
See, that is going to save lives. That's going to make an
We should
impact.
talk about it more.
Yes, because that's the impact, right?
Yeah.
We should, because we don't have to just have surgeries. Because in the old days, right, you'd have back surgery. You were never the same.
You were never the same.
Never
you
the
said
same.
your grandmother, your grandmother had spine surgery.
My grandmother had the cervical surgery. I'll never forget. She had a hard cast for a while. Then she had a soft cast. Unfortunately, she really liked the soft cast. And there's some jokes that, I won't tell that my
Did you
dad
look
used to-
upstairs? She's upstairs.
Yes.
She's for sure upstairs.
Looking at you.
Always.
She loves you.
My family's all around me. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I have
course.
the greatest family. My dad's up there too, and he's the one who was making the jokes
I
about
would've loved to hang out
what
with your dad.
separates the well part of her from the sick part. Maybe, I'm just saying.
Well.
No, he's a really funny guy. No, she was great. My mom, my Aunt Harriet, they all had the same surgery. My mom waited too long, and so she just had the surgery a couple years ago. And there wasn't enough space in there for the robot arms to go through the neck and get in there, so she could only have 1 disc replaced. So I would go to these doctors like, we can only have 1 at a time. I wanted a cadaver disc. I wanted something. The FDA, and I don't know where they stand on this now, but at the time, the FDA would only allow for 1 disc replacement, a cadaver disc replacement at a time. And I'm like, I'm not having 3 surgeries. I barely have time for 1.
Yeah, we call that an indication.
Okay.
So what they can actually do an
Oh, I
indication.
like that he has.
Yeah.
this-
Well, no.
Yes,
Look,
awesome.
I want to talk about your 3 levels of pathology, right? Mm-hmm. And I know you can speak medical jargon because you also support pharmaceutical companies, biotech.
Yay, Arizona Biosciences Complex.
I know. We have a great dinner on Thursday that we're
Yes,
going
we
to with
do.
Discovery Oasis.
We
Now,
are building something incredible here in Arizona.
We are, and that's why I've flocked here. And Thursday will be a wonderful dinner and conversation, and they're welcoming Om with open arms. So we will go in and we will chant Om. No, we will not. We will talk about.
Please
how
don't vibrate at dinner. It's not a good thing
it's
to go
not,
out in.
I will leave the
Maybe
vibration
afterwards.
for home.
Yes.
I'll leave the vibration at home. But I want to say that we have Eric, Discovery Oasis. He's employed by the Mayo. We have Dr. Lester, who's a GI doc and manages this project with the Mayo and ASU.
He's the CEO, yeah.
Yeah, he's. You looked him up.
Of course I did.
Good.
I have to know who I'm
Always.
having dinner
Yeah,
with.
right?
Yeah, can you look him up and give
Can't
me
go
his
I will
sight
give you
unseen.
I will
Okay.
give you a dossier before
Now,
you go in.
thank you, Tassie. So we have you, Amy. We have William Peavy, who is the founder of KISS MedTech and the CEO of Ohm Surgical. And then you have little old me that plans on not talking but just eating. No,
Don't make
No.
promises you can't keep.
I never
Yeah,
can keep
no.
that.
No,
I'll
no.
try not to. But why are they excited in what we're doing? Because what we're doing is simply what I wanted to do in Silicon Valley, contributing to my community.
You know what you're doing, and you have to hear this. We talk very much about quality of life.
Yeah.
I watched my father die very slowly, and it was an ugly death from Lewy body Parkinson's. With what's actually not from that, but from things associated with that, complications from that. And all I wanted to do, and all I want in my life is I can live longer or whatever, but I want quality of life. This is going to give me quality of life.
Yes.
I want everyone to know I'm a patient, and Shomit is going to really change my life. I am going to be able, with the products that they are making, with the advances, the technology, that is what I've been waiting for. And it's perfect. It just all
It's
melts
here.
together perfectly.
It's
and
here.
And
It's here.
It's
Yeah.
here.
When you went for your other locations, And I'm glad you selected the Mayo and Dr. Maziar Kalani. Everyone knows out there that Dr. Kalani is, he's not my best friend.
No, he's the man.
He is his godsend. He took my mother, and when other people would never touch my mother's back, he just looked at me and was like, I can do it. And I go, you will do it.
And thank God for people like that, right?
And my mom had the best treatment at the Mayo. Look, I put my father up and my mother up in 120-degree temperature in an Airbnb in Greyhawk. And, they had to commute back and forth. And my mom had 2 weeks in honors rehab. The honors rehab, wonderful.
The one on Pima?
Yes.
My dad was there too.
Oh my gosh.
They're amazing.
They're amazing. And my mom was like Miss Congeniality, Miss Popular, and they really loved her. Now, my dad was not happy, but it didn't matter. My mom is straight.
Wait, what was he not happy about?
120 degrees of temperature.
Nobody's happy about 120
Yeah, but
degrees.
he was not happy that but he thanked me. He thanked me afterwards. My dad never thanks me. So he thanked me for alleviating some pain. But Dr. Kalani, and when that guy was at Stanford, I was in his ear of being a spine surgeon. Now he's going to be your surgeon. And we are going to do patient specific. If it does come to 3 levels, and we're hoping it's...
Might be 2, but we'll see.
Let's look at it. And he might offer just the 2, and he might offer 3, because the other one, you don't want to go back in there, especially in the neck, on a adjacent segment. It's called adjacent segment disease. So we don't want to have to go in there. And we want you to fuse, because 3 levels, 2 levels, you could be a total disc replacement candidate because you have 2 levels. You're indicated up to 2 levels with some of the total disc replacements. Now, he will look at that. Dr. Kalani will look at that. Regardless, you're going to have the Shangri-La treat you. And when we go to dinner on Thursday, you're not only just Amy Fackrell, did I butcher that? No, keep going, Shomit, because I don't think so. But you're not only going to be the person looking to expose more of the discovery of Oasis, but you're also going to be a patient of the Mayo, and it's going to get you back to the quality of life that you want.
And you know what? Then I can really go out there and I can say, look, as a patient, I've experienced that. And that's one of the greatest ways to reach people, right? Mm-hmm. If you've experienced, if you've been
I want to do more of this.
Yes.
I want to do more of it. Makayla, as our content and brand strategist, don't you think Amy is perfect to not only speak to what we're going to do for Scottsdale and Phoenix and invite companies from all over the world, but she's also going to be a patient? Shouldn't we tell her story?
Absolutely, as we should tell everyone else's as well.
We probably should wait, though, till after the surgery's over and successful.
Yes. Look, there's no doubt about it. I'll tell you.
I feel completely safe, and I'm usually the one who's a lot of questions and things like that.
Hey, be inquisitive.
I feel like I'm
all.
in perfect hands.
That's
you
awesome.
You are in perfect hands, not only with Dr. Kalani and whoever will be assisting him, which will be another attending. Mm-hmm. It'll be, I don't know who will be in there with him assisting, but you have a strong surgical team. So it starts with a charge nurse. It starts with your surgical tech. It will be even me.
I know.
I am going to go into your
Yes,
surgery.
requirement.
If it's a patient specific and we're using Carlsmed, you'll have me in there. Are you okay? I don't get to see you until you're fully draped, but I'm going to think and I'm going to do my best to make sure. And everyone does.
You got to make sure I come out of there alive. That's why I cut you.
You're in good hands.
No, I know.
But it'd be an honor to be in your surgery and see the outcome that it's going to be so perfect. And
But
I
you
can't
should.
wait.
Can you imagine being able to tell a story that here's a patient, here's somebody that's helping to wanting to promote and to grow, and you got to see it too. That means something. I don't invite anybody into my operating room.
I know.
I just want you to know.
I'm honored. I'm honored that you took our advice, and I know you're in the best of hands. But I just want to say, Amy, this is ta-ta for now. Ta-ta for now means I'm going to see you, and we're going to do this again.
Yes.
Because you have a real knack for this. I think you should have your own show. You have the gift for gab.
I do.
You have wonderful stories.
And you know what? This is a great outlet. Then I don't have to bother anybody else or my
gosh.
son.
No more phone calls.
You know how freaking. Let me just say this again because I love giving compliments when compliments are due. You're a very strong female.
Thank you for not saying aggressive because that's always bad.
No. I mean, I see how should I put it? I mean, I just watched you, even what you said about your nanny. You're so giving. You're so thoughtful. And I've just only known you for probably a month or two, but I feel like you are a sister, and we can do good together when we synergize and we want to do more good than evil, right? So
there's no evil here.
There's no
First
evil.
of all, there's plenty of money to be made by everybody, right? And that's, I think, greed gets in the way.
Yes,
right?
thank you. You said it way better than I did. I butchered that.
No, you didn't butcher anything. You didn't butcher. You said it from your feelings. And
I'm feeling it right now. I really am.
And what I think you're trying to say is that what you really want to do is, yes, you're going to make plenty of money doing things. And yes, these things cost a lot of money, but you are going to bring quality of life to people.
Yeah.
You are bringing a solution that has been needed, wanted, but you conceived of the idea, and there's very few people who can take it from here and then make it a reality.
Thank you. We did introduce the technology into the Mayo, and I just want everyone
into the Mayo. Okay, we're not talking about some community hospital.
I know.
The Mayo Clinic's very particular.
That was hard. That was difficult, and
was.
Dr. Kalani was the champion, and we've touched a lot of patients with patient specific, and we're going to take it to the next level on, people know what we did for spinal cancer. And Makayla, we're excited about spinecancer.org. We got our team.
Tell me.
Yeah. Oh, spinecancer.org is going to be exciting. It is talking about what we have been a part of. OM has been a part of a grassroots movement with an Israeli company and a Swiss company and we were one of their biggest distributors, and we got it approved at the Mayo. And you talk about quality of life. So when patients have mainly metastatic tumor, right, from breast, pancreatic, all that stuff, melanoma is rampant.
Yeah.
They came to the Mayo because of proton beam therapy. And when the old way to treat that was take as much of the tumor and out comes the spine, you would load it with a bunch of titanium. Mm-hmm. Now, titanium was a no-no for the radiation oncologist. They would go, F you, spine surgeon, you have so much titanium here, I can't look at any type of reoccurrence or I'm going to now have to dose this patient. I don't know where to go. So when carbon fiber was introduced by these two companies, we jumped on the bandwagon. And everyone thought we were crazy for that.
How did you get started? I want to hear about the origins of OM, because there's so many things I'm sure have been going through your mind through your life, right?
Right.
How did you pick this?
So I picked OM, or like the career, or
the project, the movement. There's
it is a movement. Thank you for knowing that.
It's a total movement.
Mm-hmm. Well, it started with a mantra, right? I don't say mantra.
Okay,
That's how we say it in Hindi. So my mom sat there as I told and pleaded with my father, I don't want to work corporate anymore. I left Stryker. I had like an NFL deal at Stryker, and I pleaded with my dad. My dad, my mom, my nephew and nieces all sat there, and I'm pleading with my dad that I don't want to do corporate any longer. And my dad's a 35 plus years electrical engineer with National Semiconductor that used to be Texas Instruments, and he thought corporate was the right way. And
because that was the way they started here, but it's not the same anymore.
I saw him at 65. He would hit retirement,
get a watch,
and get the pension and fully vested and make a couple more million. But instead, they axed him at 63.
Yeah, and guess what? Those pensions. Okay, so I actually have a background in securities law.
Yeah.
And
what else?
My specialty. We had a boutique firm in LA for 20 years, and my specialty is securities fraud litigation. So when they got in trouble with their shareholders or the Securities and Exchange Commission, they'd bring me in. And one of the biggest problems were pensions, right? So what they would do is they didn't have enough money. They didn't have enough, whatever they were buying, there wasn't enough to be able to have somebody have a pension for the rest of their life. So what they do, they either misspent it, they embezzled it, they misused it, or they just got rid of it.
Yeah, Johnson & Johnson did that to a lot of their people on the orthopedic side, to DePuy. They removed their pensions. They wanted their pensions. They wanted their company car, and they removed that. And that's just disgraceful. But my father got axed early, and I said, I'll never let that happen to me. And when I asked, hey, guys, I'm starting my own company, my dad said, hey, you're an idiot. And then my mom goes, and then I asked, what should I name it? My mom said, OM. And then I said, no, Mom, is that religious? And she's like, no, not at all. And she goes, remember this, the purpose of life is to live a life of purpose. And so that stuck with me. That is our creed. That is our mantra. And I will tell you this, I'm living that. I am pushed by that. And Amy, you are too. Makayla, you are too. And together we stand Divided we fall. I didn't say that. Aesop did. It was a fable that my mom
I
used to
love
read.
Aesop fables.
I know. Isn't it great? My mom read it to me. So as I sign off here, I want to ask you, Makayla, what are some of your goals for Ohm? I put you on the spot.
She
But
can do
just
it.
say
Let
it
her-
for
yeah.
you. What are your goals?
By the way, this is one of the most capable young women I've
So capable.
ever met.
so capable and
And so beyond her years.
It's beyond her years, and like I am just so. You kill it for us. You do so much for us that we don't actually highlight that you do behind the scenes, and I want you to know that. And I'm so appreciative of everything you do. You have the hardest job because you're trying to help me with my brand, and so I want you to build your own brand off of it.
Like
And
I said,
so-
one of the strongest women, if she's managing all of that, and she's doing a
Phenomenal job.
And one of the things is, I'm here to empower young women. I mean, nobody was there for me.
Yeah.
Nobody was there for
Well,
me.
hey, no one was there for me. And what can you say? What does our future look like? And Amy, and I'm just happy to be in your world. So what can you see for us?
Well, I see
together?
nothing but, so I am a studier of history, right?
Yeah.
And so don't get down about what's going on. Yes, it's weird. This news cycle, these news cycles, I've kind of turned off a little bit because it's going to happen. What's going to happen, right? And eventually we'll come out of it because we do.
Yeah.
But it's bright because this is giving us a chance to regroup and start over. And what is important, the materialism and all of that happened and I kind of got caught up in that in the 80s and the 90s. But now we have this generation of young, incredible women who are going to come in and they're going to rule the world, and I'm going to be right there helping
And
whatever I
I'm
can.
going to watch.
And for you,
I'm going to be the cheerleader. Can I be the cheerleader this time?
you're going to
I'm
have
happy
to because
be.
you need to get some of the energy out.
I need tons of energy. So, guys, that felt good. It was a podcast. I haven't done one in a month,
Thank
and it
you
felt great.
so much
It was
for
like
having
riding
me
a
here.
bike. Thank you so much for you too. We're going to do more of it, and we are out of this mother. Let me get lunch. Thank you. We'll edit out the mother part. Bye-bye. I had like an NFL deal at Stryker, and I go and I pleaded with my dad, my mom, my nephew and nieces all sat there, and I'm pleading with my dad that I don't want to do corporate any longer. And my dad's a 35 plus years electrical engineer with National Semiconductor that used to be Texas Instruments, and he thought corporate was the right way. And I watched
because
him.
that was the way they started here, and then but you did it's not the
but
same
I
anymore.
saw him at 65. He would hit retirement,
Get a watch,
and get the pension and fully vested and make a couple more million. But instead, they axed him at 63.
Yeah, and guess what?
that.
Those pensions. Okay, so I actually have a background in securities law.
Yeah.
And
What else?
My specialty, we had a boutique firm in LA for 20 years, and my specialty is securities fraud litigation. So when they got in trouble with their shareholders or the Securities and Exchange Commission, they'd bring me in. And one of the biggest problems were pensions, right? So what they would do is they didn't have enough money. They didn't have enough, whatever they were buying, there wasn't enough to be able to have somebody have a pension for the rest of their life. So what they do, they either misspent it, they embezzled it, they misused it, or they just got rid of it.
Yeah, Johnson & Johnson did that to a lot of their people on the orthopedic side, to DePuy. They removed their pensions. They wanted their pensions. They wanted their company car, and they removed that. And that's just disgraceful. But my father got axed early, and I said, I'll never let that happen to me. And when I asked, hey, guys, I'm starting my own company, my dad said, hey, you're an idiot. And then my mom goes, and then I asked, what should I name it? My mom said, Ohm. And then I said, no, Mom, is that religious? And she's like, no, not at all. And she goes, remember this, the purpose of life is to live a life of purpose. And so that stuck with me. That is our creed. That is our mantra. And I will tell you this, I'm living that. I am pushed by that. And Amy, you are too. Makayla, you are too. And together we stand. Divided we fall. I didn't say that. Aesop did. It was a fable that